Hello students, in today's video we will read about second poem from the book Hornbill titled as The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. About the poet, Edward James Hughes was an English poet and children's writer. Critics frequently rank him as one of the best poets of his generation and one of the 20th century's greatest writers. He served as poet laureate from 1984 until his death. And in the present poem, The Laburnum Top, he captures the beauty and silence of the natural world. Let's have a brief introduction of the poem. In this poem, the poet has used the laburnum tree and goldfinch. Goldfinch, it is the name of a bird, as a symbol of life and its fluctuations. He describes the visiting of the bird goldfinch on the laburnum tree and how she has made a nest on it. When the goldfinch has chicks, has her babies, her young ones, her offsprings, then it brings alive the tree as the chicks start to rustle and chirp. Hughes is trying to convey the message that life is a process of exchange and transformation. It means give and take. This process goes on in our life, and due to this process, many changes occur, and the same concept is used in the poem. People are alive because they undergo exchange of energy. The goldfinch transforms the tree and makes it alive. Without the goldfinch and the chicks, the laburnum is just another tree. Before commencing this poem, let's know some features of laburnum tree and the bird goldfinch. Laburnum tree, as you can see in this picture, it is a tree short in height and carries bunches or clusters of yellow flowers. And another feature of the same tree is its seeds are very poisonous. And goldfinch bird, its color is yellow, but we can notice that across its face, its wings, and its tail, black marks can be seen. So these black marks and the bunches of yellow flowers of the laburnum tree, these are two main features of these two objects around which the whole poem will revolve. Poetic style. This poem doesn't follow any rhyme scheme. Students, while we will read this poem, you will notice this thing that it doesn't follow any regular rhyme scheme, and hence it is written in free verse. Any poem which doesn't follow rhyme scheme, or you can say which is free from the rules and limitations of rhyme scheme, then it is called to be written in free verse. Now, let's read the poem. The laburnum top is silent, quite still in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. In the above lines, the poet is talking about the top of the laburnum tree. Top of the laburnum means the highest branches of the laburnum tree, and he says that the top of the laburnum tree is very silent. It's completely motionless without any activity, and its leaves are yellow. The tree's top is still and silent. In the daytime of September month, it is autumn season, and all the seeds of the tree had scattered on the ground. Here, students, have you noticed one thing? Yellow September sunlight. From where we get the hint that it is autumn season. One hint is given, yellow September. Before September, yellow adjective is used that refers to the autumn season. And usually, autumn season occurs in the month of September. And second hint we get from the line, third line, a few leaves yellowing. Some leaves of the tree, they are turning yellow in color, and it only happens in autumn season. So the poet has used the word yellow for leaves and sunlight. Yellow symbolizes silence, death, and beauty. He describes the whole scene of the tree with this color. So, in the first stanza, the yellow color is prominent. Let's come to the second stanza. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. A goldfinch bird comes to end the death-like scene of the tree and makes a sudden chirrup sound. Why does it make a sudden chirrup sound? To give a signal to its offsprings about its arrival. The bird, while being rapid, alert, and precocious like a lizard, it sits on the branches of the tree. The movements of the bird here are compared with lizard, as a lizard always remains quick in movement, it always remains alert. In the same way, while the bird enters that enters at the end of the branch of the tree, then she uses the same alertness and she is as quick as a lizard. And having made sure that she is safe, she is secure, then she sneaks into the thickness of the tree. And as soon as she enters the thickness of the tree, a machine starts up of chitterings and a tremor of wings. A machine starts up. As soon as it enters its nest, its offsprings, its young ones, they start chitterings, and there is the blended noise of their chitterings and the flapping of their wings. Why? Why are they making such movements? Because they have seen the food in their mother's beak. And as soon as they see the food, they start fighting with one another to get their mother's attention and food. And it is because of the movements of the bird and its offsprings that the whole tree it starts shivering and thrilling. It becomes excited. So the poet has given two opposite scenarios of the tree. The tree first being death like and still, and then giving life and shelter to bird and her young ones. Now, move to the next stranger. It is the engine of her family. She stalks it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. The laburnum tree and the goldfinch bird, they are the engine of the family. She provides food to her young ones and moves to the other branch end. Her dark colored striped face is visible as her body is yellow colored and the color of the tree's flowers it is also yellow, so body of the bird it gets the color of its body gets mingled with the color of flowers. But what is the thing that makes it visible? And that thing is those black marks on its face, on its wings, and on its tail. So, the expression she stalks it full, it refers to the goldfinch feeding her young ones to their fill. Just as fuel is fed into the fireplace of a steam engine, the goldfinch it feeds her young ones till their hunger is satisfied. Let's move to the next one. Then, with airy, delicate whistle, chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. After reaching the end of the branch, the bird makes a sweet chirping sound, just like whispering, and flies away towards the infinite sky. It means, having accomplished her task of feeding her young ones, she experiences motherly satisfaction. As an expression of this feeling, she makes a very soft, strange whistle sound, but in a mysterious way. And it makes the laburnum tree silent and deathlike again. Means silence and hollowness descend on the laburnum tree. Which laburnum tree? The tree which was abuzz with activity with the arrival of the goldfinch, but again it returns to its silence once the bird, a symbol of life, departs that tree. So this was the explanation of the poem. Now let's discuss about the figures of speech used over here. Alliteration, which means repetition of a consonant sound at the beginning of two or more consecutive words. The instances of alliteration in the poem are as follows. September sunlight. Sursa sound is repeated over here. Tree trembles. Turtle sound. Second simile. It is the comparison between two things using the words like or as. Like sleek as a lizard. Quick as a lizard. Third one, metaphor. An indirect comparison between two things. Generally, a quality is compared. Like she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. The noise created by the movement of the birds is compared to the machine's noise. It is the engine of her family. It is the engine. Here, engine word is used for the bird. That's why here it is metaphor. Fourth one, personification. The attribution of personal nature, characteristics to something non-human, like the whole tree trembles and thrills. Trembling, it is the quality of human beings that is given to the tree. That's why personification is used here. Last one is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, a figure of speech in which words evoke the actual sound of the thing they refer to or describe, like chitterings, trillings, or you can say onomatopoeia, it means the sound words. The sound itself refers to the word, like hiss. Hiss is the sound that is created by snakes, and the word for the sound is itself hiss. That's why onomatopoeia is used here. After discussing this poem, let's read the theme. The poem The Laburnum Tog by Ted Hughes describes a mutual relationship between a laburnum tree and a, a bird called finch, which is quite amusing, beautiful, but without a shelter. The laburnum tree gives the house to the bird and its young chicks, and the bird in turn takes away its dead silence. Thus, the poet here in the poem wants to tell the reader the importance of living with each other. Every person has different capabilities and things. We should live with each other and always try to lend a helping hand, and the others will also do the same. And for your convenience, vocabulary is mentioned over here. Read it. And as homework, you have to do these questions in your fair notebook. What do you notice about the beginning and the ending of the poem? To what is the bird's movement compared? What is the basis for the comparison? Why is the image of the engine evoked by the poet? And the last one, what does the phrase her barred face identity mask mean? I hope this poem is clear to you. Thank you. Thank you so much.